Hey everyone, this is Mukesh Otwani once again from learn-innovation.com. Today in this video, I will talk about how you can log into your Jenkins container or in any other Docker container, and you can execute your commands. Not only execute the commands, you can basically make any file changes that you want to make, and you can come out from that container. Okay, so in the last video we have already installed Jenkins, right? So we have installed Jenkins as a Docker container and it's fully up and running now. But now suppose you want to make any changes at the Jenkins home directory, or you want to make any configuration changes, not from the UI but from the file system. In that case, how you can do that, let's see one by one. Okay, so the moment I just type docker ps-a just to check that is my container up and running or not. So you can see right now this container is up and running, right? And now I can use the same. So basically the port that we have used is 8090. This is the exact Jenkins is running. Now if I have to get into this, or I have to log in into this container, then I'm going to use one command called execute. Okay, so that we can jump into this container as a non-root user, as a root user, and we can execute any command. So first let me show you docker exec, which is execute --help, hit enter, and now you can see you can use docker execute command to run a command inside a running container. So basically you can pass multiple options, and you can see these are the options available, right? And then you can provide the commands. So we are going to use I and T. So you can see I for interactive and T for TTY, which is basically for terminal. So let's use it. So I will clear this. Just type docker exec. Then I will use -it, which is interactive and terminal. Then I need to have the docker container ID. So again I have to execute that docker ps-a, because basically I want to get into this container. I will copy this. Again type docker exec -it, which is a container ID. Now you have to provide the bash. Okay, so I will use bin bash. The moment I hit enter, as you can see now we are into that container. So if I just type pwd, so we are at the root, right? And if I just type ls, you can see these are the files which is available. But right now we are not logged in as a root user. Okay, so now if you try to make any changes, or if you try to install any packages, you will be getting one error. So let me show you. Let me update this. Okay, so I will use, first of all, let me clear everything. I will use apt-get, and let me just type update. So it's updating. As you can see, it says could not open log file, permission denied. Okay, the reason is right now we are not logged in as a root user. So just type exit and it will come out. Let me clear it once again, or let it be. Now go back to the previous command. This is exactly previous command. It is just before this I will use -u and I will say 0, that's all, and give a space. So when you say -u space 0, it will log into this container as a root user. So as you can see, when we did last time, it was coming something at Jenkins @ and the container ID, right? Now it says root @ and the container ID. So now if you say apt-get update, and you can say it's updating now, right? So now since you logged in as a root user, now you can install any package, you can update and everything. Now just a small disclaimer. So when you create any container, right, so this container does not have any editor, not even nano, VI editor, vim editor. So basically we need to have some kind of editor so that I can make changes to the files. For example, now let me clear this and let me type ls. So as you can see, these are the different folders I have. So by default, as we have seen in the previous video, our Jenkins goes to var, right? So if I just go to var folder, just type ls, you can see I have one directory called Jenkins _home. So if I go to this directory Jenkins underscore home, and again if I type ls, you can see I have all these files, right? I have config.xml, jobs and all these files. So suppose I have to make any changes to this particular file, so I will be using either vi, vim editor or nano, right? So by default this container does not have any editor. So let me install one vim editor, and then we'll make some changes in this file. So again I will clear it, and I will use apt-get. Now we will using install command to install, right? And I will just install vim editor. I will say vim. Since I already have, it might take hardly few seconds, and it will tell it's already installed with the newest version. In your case, if it is not installed, it will take few seconds, it will install, and then you can directly start using vim editor. Fine. So now again I will type ls, and I can see I have config.xml file. Now I will use vim, and I will say config.xml file, hit enter, and you can see the complete file is open. In our previous videos I have already seen, right, what is the advantage of this file, which is config.xml file. So basically, as the name says config, this maintain my complete, or this is the main file which has all the configuration of my Jenkins. So now you can see we have already logged in, right, to the container. We can see all the files. Now it's time to make certain changes. Again you have to log in as a root, then only you can make any changes. So you can make any changes, guys. Basically right now what I will do, you can see number of executor is 2 right here, and here you can see number of executor is 2. So just to show you, I will make it 5 or 10, and I will just restart my Jenkins instance so that you can understand how to make changes. So I'm assuming that you are familiar with vim editor. If not, then just press I from the keyboard. Okay, and then you will be in insert mode. Then I will say 5 executor or 10, depends on what value you want. Then press escape from your keyboard, okay, colon WQ, and hit enter. Now if you try to open this again, you can see the file has been changed to 5. Again I will show you the commands. Okay, let me just get out from this. The command is, let's open this, press I from the keyboard, then it will be in insert mode, then go to that specific file that you want to change the specific line number. I will change this now to 10. Then press escape from the keyboard, colon WQ, and hit enter. That's all. It has been updated. Now if I just want to go back, I will just again run the same file, and it has been updated to 10. So now the moment I refresh, right now the previous one was 2, right? This time we made it 10. So it will not update. Basically we have to restart our Jenkins. How do we restart? It's very straightforward. Just after your Jenkins URL, just type restart and hit enter. It will take few seconds and it will restart your Jenkins. It will just ask one more time, do you want to really start the Jenkins? Say yes. As you can see now, Jenkins has been restarted now, and it is simply asking again username password, because we already have given the login access. Like user security is set to true. If it is false, it will never ask any credential. Since user security is set to true, the moment you restart your Jenkins, it will ask the credentials. I logged in as an admin user. So the moment it will log in, it will simply give us the latest changes that we have made in config.xml file. In our case, it is number of executor is set to 10, but depends on a requirement. You can go back to the Jenkins underscore home directory. You can make any changes and just restart your Jenkins instance to get the changes. And yes, it's refreshing. Just give me a minute. We're almost done. And here we go. So you can see number of executor is 10. So that's a quick video. So again, a quick recap. Okay, so first of all, what you need to do, you need to log into the container as a root user. Then by default, Docker container does not have any editor, so we installed Vim editor. Okay, and yes, once we have installed the Vim editor, now we can make any changes. You can go to a specific file, make the changes and come back, and it will get impacted on the real instance. So that's all for this video, guys. In case video help you in any way, please support this channel, subscribe this channel, share with your friends, and if you have any other question, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.